The USAID Resilient Waters program aimed to build more resilient and water-secure Southern African communities and ecosystems through improving management of transboundary natural resources and increasing access to safe drinking water and sanitation services. The geographic focus was on the Limpopo River Basin, home to 18 million people living in parts of South Africa, Botswana, Zimbabwe, and Mozambique. The Okavango River Basin, with its population of 1 million people in Angola, Namibia, and Botswana, and in the Buzi, Pungwe, and Save Tri-Basin, with a population of 5.5 million people across parts of Zimbabwe and Mozambique. Overlaying the Limpopo and Okavango River Basins, the program also worked in the Great Limpopo Transfrontier Conservation Area and the Kavango-Zambezi Transfrontier Conservation Area. These videos introduce some of the Resilient Waters grantees and the progress that was made within the 5-year program period from 2018 to 2023.
My name is Tafazat Chagwa and I work at Dambari Wildlife Trust. Dambari Wildlife Trust is a non-governmental organization based in Bulawayo, Zimbabwe. Our project is named towards resilience in the Matobo Hills through capacity building and participatory approach by the communities, aimed at wetland rehabilitation as well as holistic land and livestock management. On top of that, we also initiated invasive alien plants removal as well as to aim for community natural resources management planning. So the initiative is a multi-faceted program. So we had 4 areas which we targeted so that we try and build community resilience against the impacts of climate change. The first area was to aim for wetland rehabilitation so that we ensure that the communities get potable water throughout the year. The second area is to do with holistic land and livestock management so that they can improve the productivity of their grazing lands. Then the third area was to do with developing and capacitating the communities to come up with natural resources management plans that would guide the utilization and management of the key resources that exist within their localities. And the fourth area is to do with the removal of Lantana camara as the flagship alien species. Well, through this project, I've got a number of things that I learned. The most important thing that I learned is to conduct and facilitate the development of natural resources management plans at community level. Not only to develop the documents, but also to facilitate the documents to get to be approved by local authorities so that we get to a situation whereby we involve the higher level authorities to be involved together with the communities in managing the resources. Then the other thing is project planning was also a key component of what I learned. For example, how to create a map of what I need to look at when I'm designing a project. For example, looking at best practices, how I need to engage the communities. For example, in this project, we had 2 phases. So the initial phase was more of a fact-finding mission, whereby we went to the communities, one to do socio-economic assessments, and the other part we did environmental assessments, so as to ascertain the level of the problems the communities were facing, to also ascertain the level of degradation. Then from that point, we had to also engage the communities themselves so that we try to come up with a collective approach that is going to create a balance between what we intend to achieve as well as what the communities themselves want to achieve. Okay, at the moment, our project has ushered in a new approach, a new dimension in terms of thinking. For example, the subject of holistic land and livestock management, especially in the Matobo Hills area, is new. So what we are trying to aim for is to have a balance between all facets of the environment. So we are trying to construct a picture whereby we are saying the environment, resilience, and everything else connected, we should look at it as one. So we are looking at livelihoods on another aspect, position. We are looking at the climate, we are looking at the water, we are looking at the people, the culture, the tradition. We are trying to link all this into one. How are we doing this? With the holistic land and livestock management, what we have managed to do through our project is to demonstrate that through good management practices for the environment, we are going to have water throughout the year. But how are we going to achieve good management practices? What we are looking at now is we need to make sure we manage our livestock so that we, at the end of the day, we save our land, we save the soil, right? At the same time, we can conserve the moisture, we grow the grass. So that is the unique component of this project, which we have managed to create on the ground. Well, for me, the exciting part was, I think from the beginning, getting to be able to be involved from the beginning of the project, whereby you go in for problem identification on the ground, engage with the communities, especially on the engagement with the communities. The important part is that it involved quite a lot of learning. I did learn a lot of things about the culture, the tradition of the people whom we were working with. Then at the end of the day, I was able to marry the idea that we need to build resilience, right, into what the community see. And importantly, we discovered that what we are aiming to achieve for resilience is not entirely new, but what we need to have is a situation whereby we need to revive the indigenous knowledge system. So we sort of like kickstart the activity towards resilience in the Matobo Hills.